Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah DeFrancesco, and today we're answering the age-old question, what is the best diet? So, spoiler alert, there is no one best diet, but there is a process so you can figure out what the best diet is for you. So this is a process that we use with all of our patients at Thriving Force because nutrition is so essential and everyone is a little bit different. So we have to help our patients walk through this process and discover from the inside out what foods work for them and what foods do not. So when considering where to start, we have to think about three different things. One, that every person has their own unique DNA, and this means that you process nutrients different than the person sitting next to you at the dinner table. Two, that each person has their own health state that they're in that moment and their health goals. So we have to consider that first and foremost. And three, that the gut bacteria that are called the microbiome that hang out in your gut and help you convert nutrients, produce neurotransmitters, and defend your body from intruders. This has a massive impact on the foods that work for you and your overall immune health as well. So those three things we have to take into consideration. Now, to figure out the best diet, we have to deal with two things. One is we have to deal with any inflammation that is causing you to react to foods in an inappropriate way, meaning that your body should see food as safe and you should be able to digest most things. But when our immune system is out of whack, it actually starts seeing food as a problem. So we have to look at the gut. The way we do this is with a comprehensive stool test, and this will tell us exactly what the state is of the microbiome, if you have the right helpful bacteria, and if you have any infections, pathogens, or parasites. So that's very important to look at. Now, the next thing that has to happen is we have to test to see if there are any food sensitivities. Now, we don't do this with a blood test, and that's because the inflammation that is happening in the gut when people have chronic health concerns, this can actually cause a blood test to show that there are a lot of different food sensitivities when in fact it's not the food that is the problem, it's the state of inflammation in the gut. So that's why we do that gut test I was talking about. Now, as far as figuring out the diet, we need to go and do an anti-inflammatory diet, and this will be for about 21 or 30 days. So we'll take out all the common inflammatory foods, and the top three that I see, especially with brain health problems, are gluten, corn, and dairy. And then we will make sure that they're getting all the good stuff. So we focus on vegetables, healthy fats, and meat if it's appropriate for that person, healthy clean meat that's pasture raised and organic. Now from there, once they have done the 21 or 30 days of cleaning up their diet, this is both the treatment and the diagnosis because most people see a lot of benefit in their health concerns and they can see weight loss, increase in energy, also they're sleeping better. And then now we can one by one systematically introduce the foods that may be inflammatory. Now this is when it really gets fun because this is where intuitive eating starts. So when you walk through this process, it's not just about, the latest article and what it says, it's about your experience. So my goal is always to get patients to that place where they know how they react to food and now they have all the information that they need. So for some people, they will tell me that a certain food is an absolute no for them. It brought back their symptoms. It made them feel horrible. It tanked their sleep and their energy. And then there's other things that patients will tell me for them that cause some minor problems. So maybe it's not a complete no, but it's not going to be a part of their everyday diet. And it's something that they'll maybe have once in a while at a party. So I think that this is a very important process for folks to go through because it's very eye-opening and it really puts you in the control position so that you don't have to worry and be guessing about what you should and shouldn't be eating. You can actually intuitively eat when you've gone through this process. Now, the other part of this is when we get that stool test back, we're going to work to improve the microbiome, because especially if you've been on a anti-inflammatory diet or an autoimmune protocol or something like that for a really long time, sometimes people have a very small collection of foods that they're eating. And our goal is, whenever possible, I always want to help you expand the foods that you are eating, because the microbiome, your gut bugs, love diversity. So the more diverse foods that you're eating, the more diversity and health you're going to have in your gut. So that's always the goal. And by clearing up the inflammation and walking through this process, you can not only improve your gut health, your nutrition, and your overall health, but you may actually be able to expand and eat more foods if you've been on a restrictive diet for a long time. So I hope that's helpful. Please subscribe to get more and leave me your questions in the comments. I'm always curious what you want to know, and I love to make videos just for you so you get all the answers that you need. Until next time, to Health with Heart, this is Dr. DeFrancesco from Thriving Force, and talk to you soon.